In the previous video, we had discussed the second chapter of trigonometry, compound angles. In continuation of that, there are few more very important results of this chapter. After we discuss those important results, we will discuss some good questions which is useful for our competitive exams as well as board exams. Now in this first result, which is very important, is sine theta plus sine 120 plus theta minus sine 120 minus theta is always equal to 0. Very important result. Sine theta plus sine 120 plus theta minus sine 120 minus theta is always equal to 0. Now we'll discuss small proof for that. Remember, sine theta plus sine 120 plus theta minus sine 120 minus theta. If you see very carefully these two terms, it is in the form of sine A plus B minus sine A minus B, which we have discussed in our earlier video. Now remember, sine A plus B minus sine A minus B, we have written earlier, it is 2 cos A sine B. It is 2 cos A sine B. Therefore, according to that, we can write sine theta. Here 120 you treat as A, theta you treat as B. It is 2 cos 120 sine theta. 2 cos 120 sine theta. This is sine theta plus, remember, cos 120 is minus 1 by 2. Cos 120 is how much? Minus 1 by 2. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled. It is sine theta minus sine theta. That is why answer becomes 0. Very important result. Similarly, we are having result 2. Result 2 is cos theta plus cos 120 plus theta. Now here instead of minus, we are having plus cos 120 minus theta. It is again equal to 0. Very similar proof for that. Again we'll try to prove it for a minute. Now the proof is very similar to what we have discussed now. Consider cos theta plus cos 120 plus theta plus cos 120 minus theta. Now again you see these two terms. It is very clearly in the form of cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Already we have discussed earlier that it is 2 cos A cos B. It is 2 cos A cos B. So therefore accordingly this becomes cos theta plus, here you treat 120 as A, theta as B. It is 2 cos 120 cos theta. Okay. This is cos theta plus cos 120 is again minus half into cos theta. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Therefore, it is cos theta minus cos theta. That is why it is 0. This is your result 2. Okay. Now let us come to very important result. Very useful in many questions. Result 3. Now remember, if A plus B is equal to 45 degrees, if A plus B is 45 degrees or 225 degrees, then one plus tan A into 1 plus tan B is always equal to 2. Very important result. Whenever A plus B is 45 degrees or 225 degrees, 1 plus tan A into 1 plus tan B is 2. There is one more result. 1 minus cot A into 1 minus cot B is also equal to 2. These are two very important results based on the condition that A plus B is 45 degrees or 225 degrees. Now we are having a very small proof of that before we remember. Now the proof is, since A plus B is equal to 45 degrees or 225 degrees, if you apply tan on both sides, tan A plus B, we already know it is tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B, and tan 45 is already 1, we already know. So therefore if you cross multiply, we get tan A plus tan B equal to 1 minus tan A tan B. So from here we get one result which says that tan A plus tan B plus tan A tan B is always equal to 1. Okay, let us mark this result as 1. Okay, now consider 1 plus tan A into 1 plus tan B. Consider 1 plus tan A into 1 plus tan B. This is equal to, open the brackets, 1 plus tan A plus tan B plus tan A tan B. Now when you multiply both, we get 1 plus tan A plus tan B plus tan A tan B. Now see this particular term. Substitute this value of tan A plus tan B plus tan A tan B from 1. Therefore, this becomes 1 plus 1. That is why 1 plus tan A into 1 plus tan B is always equal to 2. 1 plus tan A plus 1 plus tan B into 1 plus tan B is always equal to 2. Similarly, we can always prove 1 minus cot A into 1 minus cot B also equal to 2. We can easily prove it. This is your result number 3. Now coming to result number 4. Result 4. Let us see result 4. Now result 4 is sine of A plus B plus C. Sine of A plus B plus C is always equal to sigma sine A cos B cos C minus pi sine A. What is sine of A plus B plus C formula? It is sigma sine A cos B cos C minus pi sine A. Now sigma sine A cos B cos C, what does it mean? It means it is sine A cos B cos C. Cyclically change A to B, B to C, C to A. So this sigma means sum of 3 terms. In that, first term is sine A cos B cos C. Second term will be sine B cos C cos A. Third term will be sine C cos A cos B minus. Now pi denotes product. Product of 3 terms. In that, first term is sine A, second term is sine B, third term is sine C. This is actually sine of A plus B plus C formula. that we write in short as sigma sin A cos B cos C minus pi sin A. Now this result we'll try to prove it. Similar results we'll write. Small proof for this also. Let us prove this also. Why we have to remember like this. Now consider sine of A plus B plus C. Okay. This we all know is sine of A plus B you treat as one angle plus C as the other angle. Treat A plus B as one angle and C as other angle. Okay. So advantage of writing like this is you can use sine A plus B formula. Sine A plus B cos C plus cos A plus B sin C. This is equal to sin A cos B plus cos A sin B into cos C. Plus, what is cos A plus B formula? Cos A cos B minus sin A sin B into sin C. Okay. Now when you expand this, open the bracket, sin A cos B cos C first term plus second term will be cos A sin B cos C. Let us write sin B first. Sin B cos A cos C. Okay. In the next bracket plus cos A cos B sin C. Let us write it as sin C cos A cos B minus sin A sin B sin C. This is sine of A plus B plus C formula, result 4. In that result 4 only, we are having similarly cos of A plus B plus C, very similar proof. Cos of A plus B plus C proof is, the result first is, it is pi cos A minus sigma cos A sin B sin C. Cos A sin B sin C. Very similar proof of this is of sine of A plus B plus C proof. Very similar to that. Tan of A plus B plus C formula, tan of A plus B plus C formula is always equal to sigma tan A minus pi tan A divided by 1 minus sigma tan A tan B. This is of tan A plus B plus C formula. Now sigma tan A means tan A plus tan B plus tan C. Okay. Pi tan A means tan A, tan B, tan C divided by 1 minus sigma tan A tan B means tan A tan B plus tan B tan C plus tan C tan A. This is tan of A plus B plus C formula. Now there is one very, very important note point I want to discuss based on tan A plus B plus C formula. Remember, if A plus B plus C, if A plus B plus C is always equal to n pi, where n belongs to Z, then tan A plus tan B plus tan C is always equal to tan A, tan B, tan C. This implies sigma tan A equal to pi tan A. Now this result actually has come from tan A plus B plus C formula. The reason is, If a plus b plus c is n pi, any multiples of pi, tan a plus b plus c becomes 0. Therefore, if numerator divided by denominator is 0, naturally sigma tan a will be equal to pi tan a. The first point in the note. Now, second point is, if a plus b plus c is equal to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, n belongs to z. That means if a plus b plus c is odd multiple of 90, now the result is sigma tan a tan b is always equal to 1. Very, very important result. Sigma tan a tan b is always equal to 1. That is tan a tan b plus tan b tan c plus tan c tan a is always equal to 1. This is always equal to 1. Okay. So these two are very, very important result based on tan a plus b plus c formula. Now what we do now is, based on all these formulas of compound angle, very, very important values which we have to find is to find the values of sine 15 degrees using this formula, cos 15 degrees, sine 75 degrees, cos 75 degrees. These four values let us find first. Find these values. Okay. So, in order to find sine 15 degrees first, let us try to calculate sine 15 degrees. Okay. Sine 15 degrees. Let us calculate first sine 15 degrees. So, how to calculate sine 15? Now we can write sine 15 degrees as sine of 45 degrees minus 30. 15 degrees we can write it as sine 45 minus 30. It is in the form of sine a minus b formula. It is in which form? Sine of a minus b formula. It is sine 45 cos 30 minus cos 45 sine 30. It is in which form? Sine 45 cos 30 minus cos 45 sine 30. It is equal to 1 by root 2 into root 3 by 2 minus 1 by root 2 into 1 by 2. Okay. So therefore, this we can write it as root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. Sine 15 degrees value, remember, it is always equal to root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. This result we have proved using sine of a minus b formula. That is the advantage of this compound angles. Similarly, cos 15 degrees, again we can write it as cos of 45 degrees minus 30. This is cos 45 cos 30 plus sine 45 sine 30. This is 1 by root 2 into root 3 by 2 plus 1 by root 2 into 1 by 2. Therefore, value of cos 15 is how much? Root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. So cos 15 degrees value, we have to remember as root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. Very simple proof. Okay. Now coming to sine 75 degrees. Sine 75 degrees is always sine of 45 degrees plus 30. This is sine 45 cos 30 plus cos 45 sine 30. This is 1 by root 2 into root 3 by 2 plus 1 by root 2 1 by 2. So therefore LCM is 2 root 2. Therefore again we can write it as root 3 plus 1 by 2 root 2. This is sine 75. Similarly, we can prove cos 75 degrees will be how much? Cos 75 will be root 3 minus 1 by 2 root 2. This is cos 75. Now, very important note point is tan 75 degrees value. Tan 75 is what? Sine 75 by cos 75. Sine 75 by cos 75. Therefore, it is root 3 plus 1 by root 3 minus 1. If you rationalize with root 3 plus 1, if you rationalize, tan 75 value will be 2 plus root 3. And tan 15 degrees value will be equal to sine 15 by cos 15, that is root 3 minus 1 by root 3 plus 1, which will be equal to 2 minus root 3. So all these values have been proved using compound angles. And many questions which are there in compound angles, we can use using these formulas. So now what we do is, before we start doing the problems, let us write one more very important result. Let us say it is result 5. Now result 5 is, what is the value of tan 45 degrees plus A? Tan 45 degrees plus A. It is 1 plus tan A by 1 minus tan A. Tan 45 degrees plus A. Very important. And if you write tan A as sin A by cos A and take LCM, it is cos A plus sin A by cos A minus sin A. How this formula has come? It has come through tan A plus B formula. It has come through which formula? Tan of A plus B. Tan A plus tan B by 1 minus tan A tan B. Okay. Similarly, tan of 45 minus A. Now what is tan of 45 degrees minus A? It is 1 minus tan A by 1 plus tan A. It can also be written as cos A minus sin A by cos A plus sin A. Very useful in many problems of this chapter.